What's up, y'all? It's Chad, and what I want to share today with you is my absolute favorite way to help people invite their friends to church this Christmas season. Now, one of the things that I have learned is the most powerful way to get new people to come to your church is personal invitation. It's better than anything else. It's better than spending way too much money on social media stuff, than signs outside, than expecting your pastor to be this evangelist in the community 140 hours a week, all that. The single best thing that you can do to see more new people in your church is to create a culture of invitation. I teach a workshop all throughout the year called Creating an Invitational Culture, and it's based off of that premise of, people inviting their friends to church brings new people to church. I even have a calculator tool I use as part of this to help people understand just what a 10% success rate would look like in seeing new people and assimilating those new people into your church. And for the last 10 years, I've had a favorite strategy of how to do this. And I want to share with you how you might be able to use that during the Christmas season to see more people in your local church and to help people invite their friends to church this holiday season, because I feel that Christmas is the easiest time of the year to do this. I was on a special episode of the Louisiana Now podcast with my friend Todd Rossnagel earlier this week talking about inviting people to worship during Christmas, and I brought up the Canadian sociologist Charles Taylor. This is his massive book, A Secular Age, which I'm still reading 2 years later. But Taylor talks about how we desire enchantment, but in our secular age, we have lost enchantment. And I have a feeling that's true like 11 months out of the year. But during the holiday season, I think enchantment is still a thing. So it is the perfect time to, if you've never encouraged or resourced people, inviting people to come to church on Sunday, it's the best time of the year to do it. And this is what it is. I've got a box full of them right here. Ordered these from Canva. I'll tell you how I made these a little bit later on. But this is it. This is my rural church of 25 folks. This is our Christmas invite card for the year, and it's simple. It just has our Christmas, my preaching series title on there, and then it has a little thing on the back to invite, to tell people, when and how they can come and be part of worship, and that's it. And I made these. I did the initial, and you don't have to be this complicated about it. I'm just a little extra, if you've not figured that out by now. I went in and I did the artwork for all these, cute little guys that I have on there. There we go. We're in focus now. I did all of that in Midjourney, did a bunch of different variations of it, and then I dropped it into Canva. I messed around and created the sermon title for the series right there. Did all that in Canva, which Canva is, by the way, 100% free. There's a premium level that gets you some extra options, but you can get a lot done with the free option. And I messed around, made these things inside of Canva. I printed them through Canva, paid for it. I have this whole stack. I think this is 150. I can't remember exactly how many. I think it's 150. I paid $50 for these, and Canva had them shipped to my house in 4 days. So $50 for a smaller church that doesn't have any evangelism budget, never spends money on evangelism. That was a little bit of an investment, but I just paid for it because I know it's going to be a worthwhile thing. And make these invite cards. When I was church planting, we made invite cards constantly, and they always worked fantastic. Now, here is the invite card strategy that I teach people all the time, that's part of what I call an intentional invitational campaign. But it's also handy to use throughout the year whenever you have a special focused time on Sunday morning. I think if you do these every single month, it kind of wears people out. And the folks in the church don't get excited to it. But if you're preaching what I call a major series, something that happens 4 times a year maybe, I think invite cards are a perfect strategy to have, just ready to go. And so this is what you do. I bundle these together with a paper clip, and I give people 3 of them. And they get 3 of them for every single week leading up to when this happens. And so not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, the final Sunday before Advent, people will get these and they'll have them bundled together. And here's the deal. Every single Sunday they come to church during the Advent season, I will have bundles of 3 of them available for every single person. And this is what I tell them. Invite your friends to come to worship with us, or invite people that you know to come to worship. Don't go up to a stranger and invite them. But who do you know that might not have a church on Sunday morning, and it's a specific invite? Hey, I would love to have you come to church with me this Sunday. This is what we are doing. Hand them this card. This is big enough and it's pretty. Folks, somehow they hold on to these things. We're not mailing these out. We're not having stacks of them at the post office, that sort of thing. If people choose to do that, they can, but that's a level of passive reaching out that I've not found to be as successful. Is just simply, having these things with you and saying, I would love to see you at church this Sunday. And bonus points, if you know them really well, invite them to go to lunch with you after church. And that's a real big thing. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the things that need to happen once that person shows up, but if you're looking for a way to leverage new people to be in your church during the holiday season, an invite card, a real simple invite card, and that strategy of bundling 3 of them together, give them to every single person that goes to your church, and encourage them, invite somebody to worship next week with you. It always works really, really well. And it also is a great way to teach people the basics of personal evangelism. So I'm Chad Brooks. I will see you back the next time. If you're interested in more stuff like this, I've got an email list specifically about church size and normal size church growth. You can sign up for that in the link below if you want to get, I send stuff out a couple times a month. I don't go crazy with it, but also let you know when I have trainings like that, creating an invitational culture workshop coming up. I'll see you back next time.